Now, actually, there's a particular scenario that I want to ask. It's also pertaining to attaining barakah in business. But what do you guys think as a vendor who's actually chasing profit lah, doing a business, but I'm using religion I'm trying to leverage on religion to achieve my target profit of sales. And in my opinion, that is something unethical. It's not a good business ethic. Have you come across such scenario or vendor?
Yes, man.
I think it's a fine line, but what I feel is that for this kind of things is that your intentions are the one that will lead to that uncertainty lah, or that ethical dilemma if you have to use religion. Of course, there are people who wants to do dawah through business, which is in a way also something that I've always been looking at lah, how to do dawah through business, because I think the business trade or the religion, our religion was also spread throughout our region is due to trade, through business, not through the sword, but actually through the trade. And how people do it is basically good business ethics, and people find that why are these business people so honest, so transparent, that people converted to Islam because of this. So now we're moving very far away from this kind of ethical behaviors as a Muslim, but more towards following the Western culture of how to hard sell, how to do all this. And also most recently now, everything you will see that everything that I want to learn, I start looking at the Quran, I start looking at our religion for advice. Last time, we went through, when you do business, you go through a lot of courses, all this marketing and all this. But now, if you ask me, anything now is just, for me, it's just follow the religion, because it's there. There's a lot of things that has been, the guidance is already there, but somehow we keep on following the Western just because we think that is the right success lah, because of how it's being portrayed and how it's being manipulated, that what is success to them and becomes something that we want, but actually it's not success in what in Islamic terms lah, right? So that is where the challenge comes from. And then of course, if they want to use religion in that manner, but what is their true intentions lah? Of course, they may do it in a way where more people benefit from it, but I think not selling it the right way also has many implications lah, right? Because if people were to do something and expect that there is the promise or there is the rewards that they get, but in actual fact it's not yours to guarantee or yours to give in the first place, right?
Guarantee, sorry?
I mean, it's not yours as a seller to guarantee in the first place. If you talk about religion, you get this type of reward, or you do this, you go to heaven, this kind of thing, which is you're already encroaching into the judgment that it's not meant for you to give in the first place, right? Of course, it's good to encourage people to do more good deeds, but at the same time, you cannot say that you do X, please you get Y, for example, right? It's very in the first place, it's not yours to give lah, right? So if people do think that there is because of what you say, there is something that they will get, and if they don't get, then at the day of judgment, they're going to come back to you lah. Everything will come back against you in the day of judgment, and then that becomes a big issue lah, right? Because he promised me that this thing will happen, right? Then why would you want to do it for the profit, to go after the profits, right? So it's very, it's a dangerous line if you want to play that way. But what I feel also in terms of doing sales and marketing in business, doing business for a long time, and now researching it through the prophetic ways, I think in Islam, they are the best ethics examples that I found has always been people not selling, not promoting their product, but how they sell sometimes can be even selling by showing them where is the defects of the product, and that is something that they feel they have to do as a Muslim, because they don't want at the end of the day that I somehow taken advantage of the customer. So that is the level of ethics of a Muslim during that time when they were to do sales during the business. Because if they are aware, if they are aware of their product having, let's say they want to sell a product there's a dent, they want to make sure that this they made aware to the customer that there is a dent, and they may even give discount, continue giving discount until the customer acknowledge or agree to it, and that's how they do sales. Like a bit mind-boggling in the sense where nowadays who people do that, if people go, if better they don't know lagi bagus kan, if they don't ask, I don't say anything lah, right? And then the way to sell is always how good my product is, but at that time it becomes opposite, like okay, these are all the problems with the thing, if you want then you buy, but surprisingly it becomes a way of da'wah also. How this person so honest doing compared to competitors, this person is someone who show everything that is wrong you, and you want to buy, then you buy, because they are so afraid of selling it and not knowing, and then they have to answer for it to on the day of judgment. So they to the level of ethics that people go to that length lah in our religion, and it's something I think we need to reflect back, and something that we can learn from lah. And so that is the by right the level of ethics, or as a Muslim, how we should be building our business, or how we should be doing our sales and marketing to the level of what we want to be accepted from Allah SWT. So I think that is a major difference, but I think if we can revive back our Islamic culture, or we to be able to share this awareness to Muslims this is the way we should be leading the sales and marketing for future generations to follow suit. That is the Muslim way of doing it, and inshallah I think it also is a form of da'wah to the business, and it's also like make people feel that this religion is something different, which is why people came to the fold of Islam. Was also majority was due to all this kind of ethical situation.
May Allah bless your effort to do da'wah through business. Which is for those who try to do business through da'wah, I pray that they try to be ethical, because there's one particular thing that I observe some of them. They actually, when they try to promote their product or their service, they would try to upsell by pushing prophetic hadith or Quranic verses that supports this product or service as part of their marketing campaign, and I feel that is something unethical as Muslims to do.
Yeah.
So Islam, in conclusion, Islam actually encourages us to do trade. Islam encourages us to do trade, to do business, but we must draw a line, okay, and be cautious and careful not to use our religious authority, okay, or act religiously in order for us to get sales or to sell this product or service in order to attain personal benefit.
I think one of the concerns, the example that we do not wish to share, is that when somebody says if you do X, you get Y, the thing is that the X is directly related to what they are offering. So I guess that's where us as viewers may find it questionable or doubt the authenticity or sincerity of this person when quoting the hadith. But of course, if let's say, like what you said, it boils down to the intention, or maybe it was subconsciously done, or tak perasan, that kind of thing. Because sometimes when I think about it, when you said this, it really made me think. I encourage my followers, like IG followers, not followers, IG followers, when I talk about being mindful of riba, of it being one of the major sins and all that, and then encouraging them to have financial policies being reviewed to see if they contain elements of riba and all that. And there are times where I quoted the verses from Surah Baqarah about the consequences of dealing with riba. So that could be, for example, be an indirect way of encouraging people to abstain. To see
It's okay.
Is like it's indirect versus direct. I didn't say like if you buy my policies you get this thing lah immediately. No lah, I didn't say that lah. Yeah, so it's more of just raising awareness kind of thing. So I think it's really a matter of when that hadith was being used and under what context, or maybe if not say very subtle, but if it doesn't seem like as if because of doing this you want to achieve this, therefore do this which is related to my business, then I think it's not so questionable lah in that sense. Yeah, that's what I think. Because you made me think about me quoting hadith or verses from the Quran about us being having to be careful with impermissible things in the financial industry. Yeah. So, but which will indirectly bring people to me to find out more about all of this. Yeah.
In the end, it does boil down a lot into the intentions. And if you see, I'm always amazed or I'm always inspired by when you see in the Prophet's time, all the Muslims, all the Sahaba, they are very cautious in terms of making the intentions very pure, right? So I think recently also I saw a video where during a battle, they were fighting, right? And then they managed to make the enemy fall down. They're supposed to kill the enemy, but the enemy spit at him, and then he stopped, and he stopped killing. He stopped striking, and the person asked, "Why don't you kill me? I spit at you so that you kill me faster." But the person say, I'm fighting for the sake of Allah, and I don't want it to be that because I'm angry I kill you.
Yes.
Right? So they have to purposely stop and make sure that they didn't do. It's the same thing, still going to kill the person, but the intention, even though like have a bit of intention of unpureness, they are even too scared to do that, and they want to make sure it's always pure. And that is actually the highest form, like they call it in terms of struggles that Muslim, that is actually the jihad or the struggles that a Muslim face in any aspects of doing something. I'm scared that my intention becomes to so that I make more money from this, right? Although I'm doing the right thing, trying to teach people away from riba, but if I have that small intention of hey, this one, maybe a lot of people will come to me, and then for me then it becomes we need to always sit back and always pause for a second and make our intentions clear. So this is one way of doing it. Actually, when I learned from the Global Muslim Summit for content creators, they mentioned before you post, always the video, make sure that it benefits someone. The intention is always as long as it benefits one person. It's not for us to chase cloud or chase anything. As long as it benefits one person, you feel that it can benefit one person, you knew your intention, and post it. So they give even some form of guidelines, because social media also is a very dangerous line lah. Sometimes you want to chase cloud, chase money, things like that. But these are some of forms of ways that they tell you to put in place, so that end of the day, maybe even you grow, you get a lot of followings, you become arrogant. Hey, I got followers, things like that. But these are some of the ways that they share with us on how to always keep the intention right lah. So always renew your intentions. I think that is very important in our religion, and yeah, I think that part is the one that will actually, end of the day, you will answer for lah, because you want the maximum reward for it. You don't want to end up because of half intention, you lose the reward for it, right? So the efforts maybe lead to big results when people engage the service or do that good deeds for the sake of the religion, but you don't get reward for it because your intention becomes in for you. You start doing it for the sake of profits, and you lost the intention in the first place. So it's sometimes a wasted effort lah, right, for the person. Then yeah, if your intention becomes that, then that's what Allah gives you lah. He gives you the profit lah. This your intention is that, then you don't get the reward in the hereafter. With all the efforts of getting so many people to do the ibadah. So I think that's the kind of the lesson we can learn from it lah. Yeah.
Sure.
I think I don't deny that it's difficult for us not to think of money lah.
Yeah. It's a constant struggle lah. Yeah.
But one of the things that I always remind my team is, or whoever that who is in the financial industry, or rather for me personally, because I think as you all know, I left my job as a pharmacist to actually leave. I left my job as a pharmacist to actually do this career driven by issues of misselling that I have personally encountered, and to advocate lesser riba lah, basically. So Alhamdulillah, for past 2.5 years being in the industry, money has always been a secondary for me. Like, sometimes there are dry months, but I just set my intention clear. Think of riba, not to achieve more riba, but to lessen riba, and somehow it's made it what do you call it, easier for me day by day and all that stuff. So I find it very peaceful doing business this manner lah. Instead of thinking of, okay, I need money, how do I achieve it? Yeah. So I stick strong to my purpose of entering this industry. Alhamdulillah, after 2.5 years, it still is a very strong reason to stay in the industry and to continue to service the Muslim community lah. Yeah. But in settling your mission, insyaAllah the commission comes in.
Mission becomes mission with commission.
Mission possible.
InsyaAllah.